Child, these kids around here bad. He just called this woman a fat AB. These kids. Y'all, thank you for clicking on this channel. If this y'all first time here, I am Londa. Welcome. Everything over... Every time I'm trying to record. Every single time. It never fails. I am Londa. Thank you for clicking on my channel, honey. Everything over here helps and it counts. Don't be a silent watcher. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. He threw me off. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like my video, of course, and of course leave a comment down below, because that's how we talk over here. That's how we get our points across. And yeah, if you already a part of my crew, you know what time it is. It's time for another story time. We're going to talk a little bit, laugh a little bit, reminisce a little bit, just talk our mess, and it's all entertainment over here and love, honey. But this story time here, y'all, is going to be a little throwback, but it's going to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? And I want to tell this story time because when I started telling my story times, you know, consistency last year, I made a story time about my good friend Precious. Some of you may be familiar with it. My friend from middle school, high school, she's not doing well mentally. She's not here. But I know she watched my channel because I just know. I love you. This is the only way to get a word out to you, Precious. You know who I'm talking to. We love you. I love you. Come home. Come home. But yeah, y'all, enough of that. Let's get into the story time. Let's go. So this story, again, is an old school one. We were like in middle school, y'all. So Precious, my good friend Precious, it was her birthday weekend, y'all. And we threw a little slumber party at her house. Mom said, yeah, we could have a sleepover. So it was me, Mimi, Precious, the weed smoker Diamond from the other story time, and this girl named Baby Girl, and a girl named Ariel. But Ariel, she's quiet. She don't really matter, right? It's party weekend. We at her house and we're gonna go out. Now we're all getting ready. I had my little outfit, y'all. I remember exactly what I wore. Some fresh Air Force Ones. I wore some knickerbocker. I call them knickerbockers, or what you guys call them, capris or whatever. I had on some all white forces knickerbockers and a red or pink Aeropostale shirt with the little name belt child with the studs on it. I was cute, right? Everybody, we was looking good. Everybody was getting dressed. A very crowded house, as you may say, because Precious' mom, she was single. It was a 2-bedroom. It was like 4, 5, 6 girls of us, her. It was a packed deal, but we was excited because we was going out, right? So we get on the bus. We all get on the bus. We all have our bus passes. Back then, it was only $5 for an all-day pass. I have no idea how much transportation is today. But back then, all you needed was $5 to get on your all-day pass. So we are on the bus, honey, and we're driving to the club, the location, right? Room, we're there. The sun has set. It is like 6, maybe 7 p.m., probably 8. I know it was nighttime, y'all. Probably 8. Anyway, we walk up to this club. Now, the reason I didn't even mention where we were going, because it takes a true Miami, you got to be from the crib. You got to be from the 305 to know what I'm talking about. Club 56. Club 56 was that thing back in the days. You just had to be there. You just had to experience it. You just had to grow up in Miami to understand where I'm coming from. Club 56 was a teen club, and it was located in the inner city, and it was very kind of small inside, and it was every Friday, every Saturday, and you just had to be there. If you're from Miami, you know about Club 56. If your parents allowed you to do anything at all, have a little bit of fun and freedom, you went to Club 56. That was our club, y'all. Listen, when I tell you about Club 56, leave down in the comments if you from Miami. If you had a good childhood like I did. Club 56, the Elks Club, the National Guard. We would go to the warehouse in Overtown. I'm trying to think of kids' night out, all white night out. What else? Oh my goodness, I just had a ball. But if I'm missing any one of them clubs, y'all leave a comment down below if you're from Miami. But we in the line for Club 56, right? Now, mind you, I told you this is a teen club. I also forgot to mention, y'all, when we were at Precious' house getting ready, we have my friend Baby Girl. We call her Baby Girl because she was the sweetest. She was a cheerleader at the school with Precious. She was the youngest out of our little clique. You know, we had a little clique in school. We wasn't a gang, but we were a clique, you know. Um, and she was part of our clique, but she was the youngest one, so we called her baby girl. While we were at Precious house getting ready, you know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest about the story time. You know, I'm telling the story time. So we were getting ready, and like I said, all of us, we were teenagers, we were young teenagers, we wore what we wore, right? However, when baby girl got dressed, y'all, her outfit was a little I just want to say old, because it wasn't ugly, it wasn't dirty, it wasn't none of that. I just want to say a little old. And when I say a little old, like, I had my fresh Air Force Ones on. Her Air Force Ones was a little dirty. She had some jeans, but I remember she cut them in half, you know, the other earlier that day, to make them into some shorts, you know, some makeshift. Like, she cut them up, and it looked okay. Her shirt was just, you know, I had those thoughts while we were getting ready. I was just looking around. I'm like, you know, all of us look nice, but, you know, baby girl clothing, you know, it wasn't the up to par how all of us was, y'all. And all of us had different situations going on. I was staying with my dad. Precious was staying with her single mom. Diamond mom had done passed. She didn't even have a mom or dad. We were all going through our situations. So I had enough sense, and even in middle school, going to high school, to understand to not talk about my friends. So that was just only a thought while we were getting ready. I was just thinking, you know, maybe she could have brought like a little better shoe, you know, because those are a little dirty, you know, or maybe some different pants because she didn't cut these right. These were all thoughts in my head because I love baby girl. Her parents didn't have much. She didn't have money to go buy no new shoes or a new outfit. So it is what it is. But these were all just thoughts in my head, y'all. So now I'm gonna go fast back forward. So now we off the bus and we're in the line at Club 56. And as you can imagine, if you're from Miami, it was swole. You just had to be there. It was a long line and a wait to get into this building. Now in line, I'm like at the front of the line in my friend group, and at the back is like Mimi and Precious and Diamond and stuff like that. So I'm waiting, you know, we're getting close. But you know, we're all conversing in line, and I just remember, you know, baby girl was just talking to someone else, and then we're all talking to each other, and then Mimi, she goes to say, oh, why baby girl come with us and she look dirty like that? You know, it was just, it made me instantly uncomfortable because yes, I had those same thoughts, but I would not say anything because we're teenagers. She don't have money to buy new clothing and new Jordans like you did, ma'am. She didn't have money to do all of that. If you felt that way, you should have offered baby girl maybe some new pants, or maybe offer her to wear your sandals or something like that. But Mimi was just discussing how, oh, baby girl clothes just look janky, and her shoes is dirty, and her shoelaces is too pulled too tight, and she could have did better with her hair. Now we're all in line, and she's talking about this, and mind you, we're a clique. Like, when I say we wasn't a gang, but like when it was time to go to lunch, we all had our own table. Everybody had their own seat at this table. We were a clique, and we know each other for a very long time. So for Mimi to say something like that, okay, if you felt that way, you could have maybe offered her something, like I said, or maybe put her to the side and talk to her. But why would you talk about someone we all call each other sisters? So I was instantly turned off. I was instantly uncomfortable. So I moved from them, and I moved further in front of the line. So now we're in line, and I'm just uncomfortable, and we're all talking about it, me, Precious, Diamond, and we're like, why would Mimi talk about baby girl like that? You know, that's just a little strange, but she threw me off because that's supposed to be our sister. You know, you think stuff like that, but you don't be, we here now, and you gonna talk about her, girl, cut up. You need your ass beat. So while I'm just minding my pretty little business like I always do, I can see, you know, it's some guys in the back of us. You know, we getting into the club. It's some cute guys, and might I add, they were fine, some fine. I remember one of them was Spanish girl, had curls, mouth full of golds, and ooh, he was cute. So I moved from the front of the line. Now I'm trying to go back to the back of the line with my crew. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't separate from them. I'm just saying, like, I was in front of them. So I'm moving from the front to get into the middle of the commotion, right? Because Espanol was fino. Feel me? So I want to go talk and be nosy. And, so we all talking in line. And Mimi's talking to one guy. I'm talking to one guy. The line has moved. We're inside the Club 56 now. There we go sticking again. There we go sticking again. Like, y'all just had to be there. I'm sticking. I'm rolling. I'm drinking. I'm blowing. You just had to be there. You just had to be there. I'm a lip biting animal, lip biting animal. You just had to be there. You just had to be there. So the lights is dark. They have pictures of like Tupac and everybody on the wall, just all kind of Trick Daddy and Trina. You know what I'm saying? The Miami Faves. We just had everybody on the wall. The DJ is in the corner. We had couches in there. They had a section with a TV and a couch. Because we all teenagers. We just could go in there and do what we want to do. But the main thing about Club 56 was sticking and vibing. Jugging and vibing. Just vibing, just dancing all night. That was our thing, right? You had to be there. So we all scattered, Diamond go her way. I'm with Precious. Mimi is here. Baby girl is there. We all vibing. We're dancing. This is what we do. We're teenagers. It's not like we didn't club how we club today. We didn't go there to stand in the corner, smoke weed. We didn't do none of that. We was dancing the whole night, right? So we dispersed in the club. We vibing. We vibing. And we dancing. So I found this little spot on the wall, and it had a little, what you want to call it? It looked like an island where you could sit down on the wall. I can't explain it. But anyway, I found us a little cut, right? So I'm like, crew, come here. We go to the wall. We all sit and we swinging our feet. We vibing. Everybody dancing. I could see the guys that was in line with us. Now, mind you, this is a teen club. When I say teen club, I'm talking about maybe from ages 13 to 17, right? Maybe, just like young teenagers. These guys look like they were about 18, 19. I mean, fair. They're older teenagers, but they're teenagers, right? So, okay. I could see the Spanish guys and his crew, the ones from the line. I'm like, oh, there go that fine baby over there. They spot us. They come over by the wall with us, right? Now, I'm talking to them, and we're having a good time. I hop off the wall. I'm talking to the Spanish guy that I was eyeing. Mimi and is talking to the guy that she was talking to. Now, I didn't care for Mimi at this point. Because, Mimi, you was talking about our sister. You said she looked dirty. You said her shoes was dirty. You said her hair was messed up. I just can't get that out of my brain because she's supposed to be our sister. I told y'all I only thought about it, but I didn't talk about it because it's just, it is what it is, So, y'all, I'm in the middle of this club. I'm in the middle of this club with this Spanish guy, and we're dancing, we're talking. And I don't know if the clubs still do this today, but back in the days, they took requests. They really took requests. They took requests. So I'm like, oh, Diamond, go tell the DJ to play this song. She go tell the DJ the song is playing. The song is playing. I'm dancing. Precious come to me. She like, Londa, go tell the DJ to play this song. Go tell the DJ to play Iceberg. So I go tell the DJ. I'm like, yo, DJ Lil Man, go play this song. He played the song. So I come back, and Mimi is just like, can you go tell the DJ to play this song, please? Now, I told y'all I wasn't feeling Mimi. I ain't feeling you, sister. I ain't feeling you right now. Because you talking about our other sister who has less than. So I ignored Mimi. Who? Get somebody else to do it. She got a little attitude. You think I care? I do not. You think I give a shit? I do not. So I continue dancing. Yeah, I continue doing my little twerking. Do y'all remember those shoes, the pastry shoes by the Simmons sisters? I think they the Simmons sisters. Russell Simmons daughters. Do y'all remember when the pastry shoes came out? Please tell me you do. The pastry shoes, the glitter shoes, with all those different colors. They was kind of ugly, but we all swore we liked them, right? I had a pair. My daddy brought me a pair, but my pair was actually fire. And I had all gold ones, right? So the Spanish dude, now all this time, I didn't notice his shoes he had on. It looked like pastries, y'all. Tell me if I'm wrong if they made men pastry shoes or not. But they look like pastries, and they look like the similar ones I had. So me and the Spanish dude, y'all, we having a shoe battle in the middle of the club. When I say a shoe battle, we were having a shoe battle. So I look at his shoes. I was like, are those pastries? He was like, nah, nigga, these ain't no pastries. Nah, nigga, them pastries. I know pastries when I see them. And I could have sworn pastries was made for girls. So we in the club having this debate, right? And he like, oh, but your shoe. I'm like, oh, not too much on my shoes. My shoes is fresh. I can get to step in my Air Force Ones. My shit was fresh. Feel me? So I'm like, you wearing pastries? He was like, I ain't wearing pastries. This man took off his shoe. And he holding it. He was like, these ain't no pastries. These ain't no pastries. Y'all, I took off my Air Force One. I took off my Air Force One. And I was like, well, you see my shoe lit. My shoe fresh. Then you can lick the bottom of these. My shoe's fresh. Like, we in the middle of the club. I'm in the middle of I'm like 14 and he's like 18. We're in the middle of this club having a shoe battle. In each other's faces. Just like, my shoe better, my shoe better. It was crazy, right? So I built a little connection with this guy. Now I told y'all this guy was with his crew, and essentially his crew was talking to my crew. I remember on the side of my eye, talking to a Spanish guy, and his friend was talking to me. Now, we were a teen club, but that don't mean people didn't sneak in them pills and the weed and them drinks. I'm just being honest. I was naive. I was very innocent around this time, but as y'all should know from my other story time, my friend Diamond used to smoke that weed when we was in middle school and high school. She did. So it was, people used to sneak, especially the boys, used to sneak liquor and weed and stuff in the 5-6, you know. So I could see Mimi over there talking to the Spanish boy, and he's like pouring something in her mouth out of a water bottle. So I'm looking, but I'm not really looking because it's like, okay, she's a big girl. If I know better to not drink nothing from no man, she should know better. Maybe it's just juice, or me and Precious is we dancing. Iceberg, come on, we dancing. I'm dancing on her. She dancing on me. We just having a great time. But I can still see Mimi over there in the cut with these Spanish boys. Like, the Spanish boy I'm talking to, he's still on me. We still talking. But his friends got Mimi in the cut. Now, mind you, I told y'all I wasn't feeling Mimi too much. She wasn't my favorite. She wasn't my girl on the list of the night. I was just not feeling Mimi that night. So I was really trying to ignore her. But something, I couldn't get her out of my periphery, watching her in the corner with these Spanish boys. So I tell Precious, I'm like, you know, let's go check on Mimi or whatever. And Precious like, girl, I'm vibing, I'm dancing, I'm not worrying about her or whatever. Nobody liked what she said about baby girl that night, you know. So we all pretty much just trying to ignore Mimi in the corner with these guys, but it's kind of hard to do. So then sometimes the DJ would get on the mic and be like, yo, Andre, your mama in the front, bring your ass out here. Or he'll be like, yo, Brenda, your grandma outside looking for you, better bring your ass to the front. Because it was a teen club, and a lot of kids snuck to come there, and their parents will come and snatch their butt right out. And when that happened, this night, the mama wasn't playing. She was looking for her child. So the DJ cut the music off, cut the lights on, and everybody had to stand towards the wall, you know, clear the area, because we looking for Brandon. His mama here, she wanted to tear his ass up, right? So we had to clear the club, right? Not clear it, but they pretty much just want us to clear the floor so they can have a good view of everything. And I just remember all of us lined up on the wall, but Mimi was in the cut with these Spanish boys. They just was all on her. They just had her glued on the wall, and she was all smiles. She was being a hot mama. I just chucked it up to she's doing her thing. Mimi is finna get her number or whatever, or numbers, or get her little kissy poo in. So I'm you know, while we're all lined up on the wall and everybody looking at each other, I'm over there looking in the cut at Mimi. Like I told you, I wasn't feeling her that night, but I just was like, you know, I still have to keep an eye on her to make sure she's okay, because she's drinking something. We're like 14 and 15 years old. I'm going to just keep her in my peripheral view. Let me get to the cut. Diamond wanted to smoke her tree, y'all. At 14 years old, yes, we were in the teen club. Diamond went in the cut, wrote her little doobie child, and she lit up in the middle of the club. Now, the DJ got on the thing. Oh, once Mama found Brandon, the DJ cut the lights back off and the party continued. We vibing, right? We vibing. Diamond gonna roll her up one. She lights it up in the middle of the club, y'all. And so the DJ and the securities, they like, yo, it's loud in here. When they say loud, it's loud in here. Cut it out, like, So I'm like, we like telling Diamond, it's not only us, it's the whole bunch of other dudes in there. They doing their stuff, they drinking. But they trying to keep it clean because we're a teen club. So the DJ is on the mic. He's like, yo, it's loud in here. Like, clear it out, clear it out. So I'm telling Diamond, I'm like, sis, come on, put it out. Let's just walk outside or whatever. She like, nah, everybody else in here doing their stuff. So good sis Diamond, she kept continuing smoking her stuff, right? The night goes on, the security come around. He kicks out the people that's smoking. Diamond, for some reason, gets away from the security. The night is still going on. I'm still watching Mimi in the cut with these guys, y'all. They were all over Mimi. I just thought that she was a big girl and she can take care of herself. I don't know what she drunk. I don't know what she was over there doing. I seen some little kissy poos going on. But that's what we did in the club. That's what we did in the teen club, y'all. That's what we did, And the whole time, this Spanish guy is still all over here on me. He's still over here talking to me. We still talking about shoes and how he, we just having a good time. But she's still over there in the cut with those guys. Diamond continued to do what she do. Baby girl is like seeing the security approach us. So baby girl is like, Diamond, sis, like the security come and push your stuff out. But it was too late. Security had them rolled up on us when we was sitting on the wall. They was like, yo, y'all got to get out of here or whatever. So I'm like, bro, like we chilling. She put it out. The security like, nah, we've been telling y'all to put it out, put it out, put it out. So I'm like, dog, she put it out already, I was thinking like, I ain't smoking while you talking to me. But at the same time, we a crew. We come as one, we leave as one. So he's like, y'all got to go to the front. Y'all got to get out of here. So I'm like, okay, let's just go ahead and let's just clear it out. Now, mind y'all, the teen club, even back then, it was like, we got there like 7. This happened like 2 in the morning. The club didn't close till like 3. Yes, true story. We were teens getting out of the club at 3 a.m. Yes. So it was like 2, right? So I was like, dog, we got to catch the bus back to Precious house anyway. Let's just go anyway. We got to get the bus. Like, let's just go anyway. So the DJ, I don't know, maybe too many parents was coming and asking for their kids, too much drugs happening. So the DJ got on the mic, cut the lights back on and said, yo, night over. Everybody got to go, right? So I'm talking to the Spanish guy. Still, as we're walking out of the club, he's still on my hip. Like, he was all over me. And I don't have no jungle fever, but he was cute, y'all. He was cute. And I was vibing with him hard. So he's talking to me. We're all exiting out of the club. Precious on my left, Diamond on my, behind me. We all together, baby girl with us. We all walking out. We wasn't feeling Mimi too much this night. When I say we wasn't feeling her, she still was a part of the crew. We still kept an eye out on her. But far as like, you know how like girls, we like to dance on each other and like, girl, this and that, girl. We wasn't doing all that with her that night because she was flake for talking about baby girl and how she just, we wasn't feeling her. So I ain't gonna lie, when we exited the club, I wasn't really paying Mimi no attention at this point. So we're in front of the club. It's let out. This police is outside. Everybody's walking every which way. People going to the bus stop. People getting picked up. So we're in front of the club. And I'm talking to the Spanish guy still. He's like, stand right here. I'm finna come, I'm finna go get something and I want your number. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna stand right here. So we all on the sidewalk, my little crew, we just talking, we talking. Nobody has figured out where Mimi is. So it's like 5 minutes. This Spanish boy here, he was it, y'all. 5 minutes later, I see this car pull up. Back then, it was like a Monte Carlo 05. It had rims on it. It was real beat out. When I say beat out, it had loud music. It was real sexy, right? Like, y'all know how them Monte Carlos was very popular. Everybody had them. Every dude had them. It was fine. That car was sexy, right? So this Monte Carlo pull up right in front of us, right? And the Spanish dude get out. Excuse me? You have a car? This is a teen club. We are literally 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds. You have a car? So I was like, ooh, he got a car. But that just goes to show that he was like 18, 19. I guess y'all, I guess, 13, 14, 15 year olds, but he was technically a teenager in the club. They let him in the club. So I was like, okay, he got a car, cool. So he gets out, and I was even spitting more. So now me and Precious and all of them, we just talking to him and stuff like that. Sometime is going on. The police is putting on they sounds. You know how they do the root root to just remind us to keep moving, like clear this, clear it out, clear it out. We still on the sidewalk talking. I'm smitten by a Spanish dude, and I give him my number. We're talking or whatever, and eventually, baby girl, out of all people, is just like, where is Mimi? And I look around, I'm like, where is Mimi? I have no idea where is Mimi. Where is Mimi? We looking for Mimi. Nobody see Mimi in our peripheral. Nowhere on the sidewalk, nowhere in front of the club. Some minutes go by. Now, mind you, we did have our little Nokias and our little phone, whatever. So a couple of us, well, a couple of them started calling Mimi phone. It was going to voicemail. Couple of minutes later, we still on the sidewalk. Another car pulls up. A nice car pulls up, like right in front of the Spanish guy, but a little bit above him. And I could see somebody in the passenger seat, y'all. And I'm just talking. I'm still talking, but I'm still looking at this car. Some Spanish guys get out. It's Spanish boyfriends. So I'm like, yo, where Mimi at? Y'all see Mimi, the girl y'all was hanging with? All of us questioning them. Diamond, Precious, all of us like, where is Mimi? We see, she was with y'all in the cut the whole night. Where Mimi? He was like, nah, she good, she good. So the Spanish guy that I was talking to, all of a sudden, his interest just want to go home now. So he was like, oh yeah, like, yeah, it's getting late. Ma, I'm finna go. Like, I got your number. I'm gonna call you or whatever. You was just all into me. You didn't want to go home. You wanted to see the sunrise with me. Now all of a sudden you want to go home. So I kept seeing his head in the passenger seat of that car. So while they talking, I'm like slow walking toward that car, and I could just see somebody. So I get real close, and the friends was like, "Nah, let's go, like let's clear." I walk faster to the car. Y'all know who was in the front seat? I mean, in the passenger seat of that car. Y'all know. Mimi. So when I seen that it was her, I walked back to the crew where Diamond and everybody was. I was like, y'all, Mimi is in the car with them. Like, she need to come back with us. And yes, I'm telling this story time, y'all. Yes, I'm telling this story time. And it might seem like I'm probably making myself to be out the hero, but I'm telling you no lies. It's always me. It's always me, the voice of reasoning, the voice of just maturity. Just I care too much. You know what I'm saying? So I was not feeling sister girl that whole night because she was talking about our sister. But in my heart, I wasn't gonna let her ride off with them guys. So I want to say shout out to DJ Lil Man, because DJ Lil Man, we've known him since middle school. When you grow up in the area, you know everybody. DJ Lil Man, he's a good DJ. He been DJing for years. He had the block hot for years when we were all younger. He just was the man, and he was around our age, right? So shout out to DJ Lil Man. When I was like talking to the crew about Mimi being in the car, Lil Man was hearing the conversation, and he know us. So Lil Man was like, nah, like she need to get out that car. Y'all tripping. So, finally a man stood up and was taking up for us. So now the whole crew is starting to walk to that car. And the dudes was trying to pull off. They was trying to get in the car and crank it up and whatever. So DJ Lil Man was just like, hey, bro, like, yo, like, you tripping. Like, that's my little cousin, whatever. Like, get her out of the car. That ain't his cousin. But he was like, that's my people, whatever. Let her out of the car. It reminded me of the scene on Players Club. Because why are you getting in the car with these men? You don't leave the club with nobody. You don't leave the club with nobody. You came to the club with us. Yes. You should leave with us. Yes. We are having a slumber party at Precious house. Yes. And you should return to Precious house where your parents think you are. Yes. So it was really crazy, y'all. It reminded me of the scene in Players Club when Diamond cousin when they tried to drag her off and do whatever with her. It was the same exact situation. So DJ Lil Man is telling Mimi, get out the car, girl. Like, you need to get out the car. I don't know what they gave Mimi. I think they done gave Mimi a little vodka. Listen, it might sound light, but when we're 14 years old, yeah, 14, vodka could put you on your butt. You know what I'm saying? Vodka could be a little much when you're 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, Mimi, get out of the car. Get out of the car. We all at the passenger seat. Get out of the car. The Spanish dude is trying to crank up this car, y'all. He's trying to crank the car up. He's trying to put it in drive, and he's trying to go. So I walk over. I'm the voice of reasoning. I walk over. Everybody's telling her to get out the car, but nobody's having no action. I walk over to the passenger seat. The car door was unlocked. I opened the damn car door. When the car door opened, Precious, Diamond, baby girl, even baby girl, and she got talked about that night. She got talked about that night. Even baby girl, we all walked over to that passenger side. And we like, Mimi, get your ass out of this car, girl. She was like, no, he gonna take me home. And girl, what did they do to you in that corner? He had them put that thing on her in that corner within them damn hours. I don't know what he did. He done put that Spanish wool on her. You feel me? So she was like, no, he gonna take me home. No, ma'am. So when she started resisting, I started grabbing at her arms, y'all. I started grabbing her. I started pulling her out the car. The Spanish dude was like, yo, we gonna take her home. Don't worry, Holmes. I'm just playing. He was like, don't worry, we gonna take her home or whatever. I was like, no, you're not gonna take her home. We all started dragging her out. Little man came and helped us pull her out of the car. She's out of the car. I slammed that fucking car door. Cause it's like, I feel like the Spanish guy was he was really all over me to keep us distracted so they could pull off with Mimi. Because when they came and pulled up and they was ready to go, you was all of a sudden ready to go. Why? You was all up my patootie and trying to talk to me and have shoe-offs with me in the middle of the club. Not all of a sudden you want to pull off, sir? Okay. We get the picture. Anyway, Mimi is out of the car, y'all. It was really crazy. Like, she was a little drunk off that vodka, whatever they gave her. And that was just a lesson learned, y'all. Mimi and baby girl ended up getting into it later in life. Yeah. I might tell a story time about that. I'm going to see how I can put that together because some details are a little foggy. And, you know, this was way back when. But I'm going to put that story time together because baby girl and Mimi eventually had a fight, y'all. Yeah. Ooh, they had a real big fight. So, anyways, we end up, you know, getting Mimi together. We walked to the bus stop, y'all. The bus took like an hour to come. We made it back to Precious' house safely. I woke up the next day with no voice. I was completely hoarse. I thought my wrist was broken. What a night. She almost got taken away like on Players Club. They almost had her. They almost had their way with Mimi that night, y'all. That's the end of this story time. And I just wanted to tell it because it was just a lesson learned. It was a lesson learned. It was just a funny memory, y'all. Like I said, these story times always come up to my mind when I'm talking to my friends or my family. And it just, we laugh about it. And I just wanted to tell that story time. And again, precious sister, if you see this video, I love you. I love you dearly. I love you. I love you. I love you. You can always call my phone right on my channel. Hit me up on Instagram and TikTok. I love you. I love you. I love you. Until next time, y'all. Oh, subscribe to the channel, like my video, all that good stuff. I'm out. Peace.